All right, what the hell? One more Pisces since it's the end of your era. Let's look into some Pisces. I've got a coral here to represent your water sign. Also, my favorite scaly friend. He's a fish. He's a whale, but he's a fish. Excuse me. All right, let's get into it. All right, Pisces, we're going to do something a little bit different for you. We will be using the White Witch Tarot to signify the protagonist, antagonist, and propelling unified energy. All right, Pisces. 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 The protagonist. The Sun. The antagonist. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Major tones. There we go. The Emperor. And the unified. Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. Major tones. I'm truly grateful. No? Yeah. Okay. Unified energy is Judgment. Beautiful energy there. Pisces. Really, really, really going out with a bang, aren't you, honey? Okay, we're going to look at the truth, the theme, the direction, what's behind the truth, and where the direction leads to, as in the destination. Like I said, we're going to throw Pisces a little bit of a bone here because we are going into the age of Aquarius. And as he was with us till the end of the age, he will be with us in the new age as well. So, Pisces. We get the theme for Pisces for the middle of the month for January 2021. Pisces. The theme. Knight of Swords. Still looking pretty good here. Oh, flipper cards are flipper cards. If they're meant to come out in the spread, they will because it is a spread. I am not a channel, at least not yet. I don't know if I ever will be. I'm just taking my gifts as they present themselves to me. Pisces. Pisces. The truth. The Eight of Cups. Very much Pisces energy there. Pisces direction. Pisces direction. Hey, the Wheel of Fortune. All right. We're going to look at what's behind the truth. And we're going to use one of my very special favorite decks. And it is an absolutely brilliant deck, even though it is the Gummy Bear Tarot. The explanations in the Gummy Bear Tarot are European. And they shed a bit more insight than the Rider-Waite or in many decks. I've never seen a deck quite like this, and it's my favorite deck. I use it to educate children on the tarot, and I also use it on new clients who are very skeptical because it does provide so much, very much insight. All right, so let's look at what's behind the truth for Pisces. Thank you, Spirit, Major Tums, truly grateful. Throw me a gummy bear bone here. Which gummy's gonna be? No. Pisces. Pisces. Wait a second. Cut the deck here. All right. Major Toms, thank you for the guidance. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Major Toms. That's why you my homie. All right. Pisces. Pisces. Behind the truth for Pisces. 6 Cups. Makes a lot of sense, the 8 of Cups there. Okay, and where does the direction of the Wheel of Fortune lead to for Pisces? Breaking some bondage. Okay. All right, in the dark. Hey, look at that. The Wheel of Fortune again. Okay, so now we're going to read these, and then when it comes to the theme, the truth, and or when it comes to behind the truth, the direction, and at the bottom of the deck, I will read from the book because you will see it is very much different than any other Rider-Waite deck. Quickly, I already said flipper cards and flipper cards. On Turntable Tarot, where the tables always turn. What was I going to say? I don't know. It's just a farewell to you, Pisces, so let's get a move on here. Okay. So, in the protagonist position, we have the Sun. The Sun. In the White Witch Tarot, this is the energy that's going to propel you forward. And it's the Sun. So, I mean, yeah, it's obviously going to propel you forward because it's the power. It's the source. It is all-encompassing. Whether you're a sun baby or not, nobody can do without the Sun. So that is the protagonist energy, which is the energy propelling you through this reading. And a propellant in 2 Wheel of Fortune cards, pretty effing cool, okay? Now, in the antagonist position is the Emperor, and this is Dominion. This is the energy that will rebel. So while we're getting good on this, on walking away here, breaking these bonds, and the Wheel of Fortune going in your favor, it is recommended that, and Pisces isn't really known for their dominion. You know, they're known for more escapism. On the 12th, I believe Neptune is squaring Pisces while the moon is in... Oh, shit, I forget. Anyway, there is a square from Neptune into Pisces, which can cause things to get a little bit confused emotionally. Okay? The unifying energy, which is the energy that makes this a success, is the Judgment card. This is the call. So, and Judgment, it's about redemption. Okay? It's about redemption and knowing that whatever judgment call you make is going to be the right one. You see all of these masks up here that is coming out of her head, right? So abandoning those masks and abandoning those old value systems that no longer serve you is what the Wheel of Fortune in this deck is talking about. And that is the redemption. That is the, you know, the other side of fate, the luck. And you make your own luck. Right? All right. The theme of the reading. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords can talk a lot about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and the staying up all night. But to me, in this reading, as we can see, okay, I don't know if you can see this, but as we can see, the woman is in white, which is which signifies, you know, purity, an innocent person. So maybe underneath that Wheel of Fortune, you know, you felt like you had a major loss. But if we notice the lilies and all of the protection of the universe there in her blanket, she is covered with protection, okay? He or she, not gender specific. If we can tell a little bit, this looks a lot like waking up out of the Four of Swords. So, abandoning these thoughts, you know, coming up out of the bed, the swords moving back. To me, for your reading, that is what this Nine of Swords signifies. Nines are also, you know, almost to the end. I mean, we're almost to the Ten of Swords then, and then the Ten of Swords is over. So this is the Wheel of Fortune moving for you. That's the theme. The direction is the Eight of Cups. Now, in the Eight of Cups, it talks a lot about walking away, okay? But what people don't talk about is this red cloak. This red cloak that signals passion, okay? And these cups that may have fulfilled this passion, but did it in a very empty manner. So, and you see how these cups are stacked on top of one another? They're not spilled over, okay? And you see this moon up here? This moon is shedding light on what needs to be left behind. So by taking your passion and put it in your back pocket and leading with your higher self and letting the moon guide you, walking away from these is the very best thing that you could do, Pisces. By coming out of this little nightmare, by listening to your intuition, letting the moon guide you. See, do you see that water there? That's you, Pisces. That's you swimming away. All right? So that is the truth. The truth of it is, deuces, you're out of this shit. And the direction leads to the luckiest card in the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. Excuse me. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune talks about what? Talks about a turn of events. You know, these cards preceding that, you know, it's not like everything was going great and then the Wheel of Fortune came along and said, you're fucked. That's not what happened, okay? You went through your hell. You're walking away from your hell. And now the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. So what's behind the truth? Behind the truth is the Six of Cups, which is only a couple of, cups away from the Eight of Cups. So the Six of Cups has these flowers coming out of it, right? It has this dilapidated building. Again, we can see this bear with the passion on top of his head. So the passion is running his head, reminiscing through this, okay? And by the time we get here, we're walking away from that. We're walking away from that. So whatever it was you were reminiscing about, you figured out, man, whatever flowers was in here, they're not coming out of here, and it's time to roll. Very good. So, and I know this may look a little contradictory, but Pisces, hear me out, okay? The Wheel of Fortune as the direction. The destination of the Wheel of Fortune is breaking the bonds that this devil gave you. See this little red bear here? This is the little red bear of passion. This is the little white bear of purity. See the lady in the white? See the passion walking away. Okay, back to the top three cards. All right, let's look at this. The propelling energy is the sun. The sun is what's guiding you to get out of this, to walk away from this. And the sun is shining so you can see which way the fortune of the wheel is turning. So this dominion of the emperor that's rebelling, you know, this may have overcome your thoughts a little bit. Maybe you were reminiscing a little bit. But by doing so, with the sun shining on that reminiscence, knocking this dominion down here, gave you the strength to overcome. Because as we can see, not only is the moon there, but so is the sun. So those are working together. By breaking these chains here out of this bondage, the judgment call you made of redemption, that redemption is what made the bottom of this deck, again, sorry, hang on, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a win-win for you, Pisces. This is a win-win. This is wonderful because you're coming out of the age of Pisces and we're going into the age of Aquarius. So you should not feel defeated. You have done your job, okay? And by the wheel moving, it means that things are progressing. The universe is unfolding as it should for you. Really. Beautiful, beautiful. So, quickly, we're going to read a little bit from the Gummy Bear Tarot here, okay? Let's do that. I don't often do this, but with this deck, it's absolutely necessary because it's just so brilliant, okay? So, for the Six of Cups, all right? If I can see it, okay. Two bears are shown on a quiet square in the middle of a village. There are 6 goblets with star flowers growing out of them. The bear with the hood seems to be of high rank. The smaller bear has presented him with a gift. Acknowledging others is smart, but acknowledging oneself is wise. This is where you're acknowledging yourself. Let's get to the devil here. So, on the road, this is the advice from the devil, okay? On the road to projection, you may have had to struggle. And yeah, you fucking struggled. Check it out. On the road to redemption, don't forget, the judgment card is the redemption. And the task here, okay, the task here is to accept your judgment over others as a description of yourself. Okay, so whatever judgment you were making that kept you in this, it was a reflection of yourself. And you walked away from that. And by doing so, the Wheel of Fortune not only turned once, but baby, it turned twice. It turned twice. So let's look at what the gummy bears have to say about the Wheel of Fortune. The Sphinx-like bear of fate sits atop a wheel covered with alchemist symbols and Hebrew letters. The letters are divine law. The animals represent elements, generations, and external appearances. This is happiness, coping well with change and going with the flow rather than blocking it. Willingness to learn and insight, spontaneity. You don't experience anything that wasn't meant for you. Meant for you, the sun. And the task here is to creatively accept what is and not what will be, which is what you're doing in the Eight of Cups. You are accepting what is and what will be, and you're abandoning control over what you cannot control, because A, you know you got the sun on your side. B, you know your judgment call, because you can see these masks are also a reflection of her. So by the sun illuminating, okay, whatever judgments you placed on others that may have been a reflection of yourself, abandoning that is the breaking the bondage of the devil. Keeping the wheel turning in your favor, Pisces. This is extraordinary. This is really, really insightful. Really, really extraordinary reading. I'm so glad I just decided to stay up late, and do this, because I think something called to me and said, do the Pisces, because, we're going into the age of Aquarius, and we can't leave Pisces at the last, because, little fish, Pisces,